You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. More snow may be coming to Long Island this weekend. The National Weather Service says 2 to 4 inches are possible, but it's not likely to pile up. Stay with us throughout the show for more weekend weather updates. And Donald Trump has been ordered to pay a more than $350 million penalty in a civil fraud case. A judge also banned the former president from being an officer or director of any New York businesses for 3 years. Trump was ordered to pay more than $83 million in a different trial last month. And nurses at Peconic Bay Medical Center have reached an agreement, but nurses at LIJ in Valley Stream could still walk. More than 700 nurses from both Northwell hospitals put in a strike notice last Friday. The union says Valley Stream nurses are facing discrimination in their negotiations. If an agreement has not reached, they could walk off the job on February 21st. And a new study found a pesticide in oat-based foods, including popular cereals. Sherry Einhorn has more on the chemical and what it means for your health.
What exactly is in those Cheerios you and your kids are munching on? According to a new study, there's likely a little-known pesticide called chlormequat that's been linked to reproductive and developmental problems in animal studies.
All my children are older, so, when they have kids, Cheerios was the go-to. So at this point, maybe it's something we might go to something else.
According to the study published in a scientific journal this month, researchers looked at urine samples from nearly 100 people here in the United States and found the pesticide in 80% of them. Scientists also discovered the chemical in 92% of oat-based foods purchased last May, including Quaker Oats and Cheerios.
It seems to have, at least hormone effects on male reproduction, fetal development, and things like that. It is cleared quickly from the body, but what's scary when you do the takeaway from the studies is that the levels seem consistently high when they test people in these different groups, which means the exposure is constant. It's not like you're getting a hit and that you clear it and it goes away.
According to federal regulations, chlormequat is not allowed to be used on foods grown here in the United States, but it is used in other countries, and some of those foods are imported and sold here.
The EPA is considering allowing this chemical to be used on domestically grown wheat, barley, and oats. That is a bad idea. It's bad for our health, bad for the public, and we are hoping it gets denied.
We reached out to Quaker Oats and General Mills for a response to the study's findings. We didn't hear back from Quaker Oats, but a spokesperson for General Mills told us, quote, all products adhere to all regulatory requirements. Food safety is always our top priority at General Mills, and we take care to ensure our food is prepared and packaged in the safest way possible. For Newsday TV, I'm Sherry Einhorn.
And only in Newsday, demolition is now complete at a Port Jefferson Station Superfund site. 15 buildings from the former Lawrence Aviation Industries plant have been knocked down. The 126-acre property will be used for a solar farm, rail yard, and open space preservation. Mimosas, margaritas to go? Yes, please. A new state proposal wants to make alcohol to go sales permanent. Macy Eglin has more.
This is great news, a win for not just New York, but also for our small businesses. Very exciting.
Governor Kathy Hochul hoping to make alcoholic drinks to go permanent in her latest budget proposal. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo introduced the measure at the height of the pandemic when customers weren't allowed inside restaurants and bars.
Taking that away from us would have probably demolished most restaurants, especially small businesses like ourselves.
Restoration Kitchen and Cocktails in Lindenhurst got creative, offering Capri Sun-inspired adult beverages. He says they helped save their business, and they're still popular today.
People were just excited about the fact that they're able to bring it to somewhere else and not have to sit down at the restaurant, especially in the summer months. Spring, summer, fall, they would love to bring it to the beach or bring it to Venetian Shores.
In Bayshore, even daytime eateries say they've benefited from the takeout drinks. Toast offers all the brunch basics in plastic to-go cups.
Bloody Marys are our most popular, but also mimosas, margaritas, beer. It definitely evolved because of the pandemic. We do more takeout than we've ever had before.
Last year, the state legislature agreed to extend the measure for 3 years. If approved, Governor Hochul's budget would make it permanent.
The same rules would still apply. Alcohol to go has to be ordered with a substantial food item, and the drinks have to be sealed before you go.
However, critics say it offers another easy access option to those struggling after the pandemic who may be self-medicating with alcohol. Liquor store owners have also had concerns that it creates unfair competition. Negotiations will soon be underway, and the governor's budget is supposed to be approved by April 1st. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglund.
Only in Newsday, the Snooki shop is opening in Huntington next weekend. The Jersey Shore star will open her store on Girard Street in the Village. Snooki tells Newsday Long Islanders will get her leopard and glam vibes. The grand opening will be celebrated with champagne, hors d'oeuvres, and hundreds of gift bags. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather, shall we? Let's see how tonight is going to shape up, and it looks like we might get some snow, like we mentioned at the top of the newscast. You can see tomorrow, and it's kind of a mixed bag. We'll have snow in the morning, then clouds, and a little bit of sun with temps in the mid-30s. Now make sure you stick with us through the end of the newscast for that 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Only in Newsday, a Kennedy Center honor for some local high school students. Virginia Huey shows us how they're bringing harmony to Washington, D.C.
Members of the Northport High School Symphony Orchestra have hit a high note in their young lives. They won a national competition to perform at the prestigious Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. on President's Day.
It's really incredible. I mean, the amount of schools that they could have picked, like throughout the whole country, and they picked ours.
The competition was fierce. Only 15 orchestras across the country were invited to apply. Orchestra director Michael Cicino submitted video clips of the students' performances, and Northport is one of 4 orchestras to make it on the program.
I couldn't be more proud. Some of these students have been with me since they were in 3rd grade. It's been an absolute joy and a privilege to watch them grow and mature, and none of us ever imagined that we'd be embarking on these adventures together.
The Kennedy Center is a stage that famous people have been on, great performers, and it's something that it's a standard that we have to live up to, so I think it'll be an absolutely wonderful experience.
During the event, students will take a master class with a retired military colonel conductor and tour the Kennedy Center. The grand finale will be taking the stage. They'll perform a medley of patriotic pieces in honor of President's Day. For the young musicians, years of hard work are paying off.
So usually we do a lot of practice. We do really like the hard parts and pieces, and then run the entire thing.
Some of the students plan to pursue careers in music, and the trip to the Kennedy Center will be an unforgettable experience to share the gift of music with a national audience.
We're all, very excited, a little nervous, but I think that this will be a memory that lasts with us forever.
In Northport for Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
They sound amazing. Let's read more about the orchestra. Go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
We are on a quest to find the best hot chocolate on Long Island. Macy Eglund has today's Feed Me TV.
Across Long Island, there are several creative hot chocolates to try. Newsday has put together a guide for the seasonal staple, beginning in Farmingdale, where Whiskey Down Diner is putting an adult twist on a childhood classic. They offer boozy flights in different flavors, each one livened up with a different spirit.
Rainbow Cookie has like creme de coco, raspberry liqueur, all the classic flavors of a rainbow cookie, amaretto. S'mores, we use vanilla vodka.
What has the response been to this kind of like boozy childhood favorite?
People love it. This has become a staple that we're known for and that we're proud of.
Over in Huntington, the variety continues.
Here at Soul Brew, which has several locations in Nassau and Suffolk, you can customize your hot cocoa with a variety of flavors.
There's no rules here. You can do really whatever you'd like.
Here you can keep it classic or really amp up the sweetness with well over a dozen different flavors, like chocolate-covered strawberry. All of their drinks come out looking like a work of art, which you are really surrounded by in here as well. There is so much attention to detail and a fun flavor in every sip.
Baristaing is an art. When you're making drinks, you want to make it like Instagram worthy, social media worthy.
Almost too pretty to drink. Almost. And finally, at a place you might not expect, warm up with a hot drink at Alchemy Ice Cream. They offer sipping chocolate in 4 flavors, including the Aztec.
It's got brandy, cinnamon, cayenne, and a little ancho chili in it. So it's got a little bit of a kick to it.
And you won't find any powder pouches here. Everything's homemade.
Everything is homemade, and we use really premium ingredients. So our dark chocolate is made with a 70% Callebaut Belgian chocolate that we mix with really high-end, fresh local dairy.
The chocolate is steamed and aerated before it's topped with a marshmallow meringue, torched to a golden brown.
Let's cheers.
It is delicious. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglund.
They all look good. Now, for more on the best hot chocolate, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Newsday's groundbreaking investigation on housing discrimination sparked the toughest enforcement of fair housing laws in decades.
They shined a bright light on a serious problem in the real estate sales market.
Long Island real estate agents revealed in the report are still facing penalties. Learn where the cases stand today.
There was actual tangible action and not just a smack on the wrist.
And what could happen tomorrow. Long Island Divided, 4 years later. Now available at Newsday.com.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.